Good morning, students. We were discussing Kingdom Protista, and our topic is protozoan protist. In our previous lecture, we have discussed about Zooflagellata. So, in this lecture, we will discuss about Ciliata and some example of Sarcodina. So, in Ciliata, as its name suggests, Ciliata means those organisms who have cilia as a locomotory structure. As you have seen in case of Zooflagellata, they do have flagella as locomotory structure, and in case of Ciliata, like in Paramecium, they do have cilia as locomotive structure. So in Ciliata, as I told you, cilia as locomotive structure. For example, we have Paramecium and Balantidium. Balantidium actually is a pathogenic endoparasite which causes dysentery in human beings. Paramecium is very important species in Ciliata or in Kingdom Protista. There are some species, actually Paramecium is either binucleate, that means they have two nucleus, they are either binucleate or multinucleate, that means they have multiple nuclear bodies. So there are some species of Paramecium, like we have Paramecium caudatum, Paramecium aurelia and Paramecium micromultinucleatum. That means in case of Paramecium caudatum, there is one micronucleus and one macronucleus. That means Paramecium caudatum is binucleated. Paramecium aurelia has one macro and two micro nucleus or nuclei. That means it is multi-nucleate. And Paramecium micro-multinucleatum means micro-multi. That means there are many micronuclei present in that species. There is no macronucleus, only micronuclei present there. Okay, so let's come to the structure of Paramecium. As I told you that in Paramecium, as it has been mentioned under the ciliata, so the locomotive structure is cilia which are present all around its body. These hair-like structures are cilia which helps in locomotion. Okay, so let's come to the internal structure of Paramecium. This is a contractile vacuole. This is contractile vacuole, and actually these are radiating vacuole, extension of this circular contractile vacuole. These are radiating contractile vacuole. And what is the function of contractile vacuole is osmoregulation. Osmoregulation is a function of contractile vacuole. That means uh, they do balance fluids, water or ionic components inside this Paramecium body. Okay, so it has a mouth known as cytostome, from where food particles can be engulfed, and its gullet, like in case of Euglena you have seen, is opening, or you can say mouth, cytostome and then gullet. There is also a group of cilia or hair-like structures present inside this cytostome, just to make it uh, help to digest or to engulf food particles. Sorry, to ingest and or to engulf food particles. Okay, so and at the end there is a circular food vacuole present over here. This food vacuole actually helps this Paramecium to transfer the digested food particle all around the Paramecium body. So it is a function of food vacuole in eight-like direction. In eight-like direction. So like in this direction, it circulates the food particles all around the Paramecium body. And this is cytopage. Cytopage means it acts like anus, or it excretes out uh, means it excretes out all the waste material from this paramecium body. Okay, cytopage. Okay, so let's come to the nuclear bodies present inside this paramecium. Here you can see this is bean shaped macronucleus and this circular shaped micronucleus. And do remember this this circular shaped micronucleus only controls the function related to reproduction, or you can say it controls the reproductive process of paramecium. This micronucleus controls the reproductive process of paramecium, and this macronucleus controls all the activities except reproductive process, because this micronucleus is doing that. Okay. Okay. So let's come to the reproduction, uh, both by asexual as well as sexual. When it comes to asexual, it is via transverse binary fission, and sexual reproduction by conjugation method, as you have seen in case of bacteria also. Okay, so let's come to the next group, that is Sarcodina. Sarcodina, we have told you that on the basis of locomotive structures, we had categorized protozoan protists. We have zooflagellata, where the flagella is locomotory organ. Then we have ciliata, cilia as locomotive organ, and when there is a pseudopodia, that means when there is a false feet as locomotive organ, then it is known as Sarcodina. So Sarcodina is free living, it is parasitic, it can either be uninucleate as in case of amoeba, or it is multinucleate as in case of Pelomyxa. Okay, so the locomotion by pseudopodia, which is also known as false feet, it is just, you can say, the movement of cell membrane. So how does an amoeba do that? Let's discuss. The most famous example is amoeba protis, and I think you might aware of this structure of amoeba. This is irregular shaped amoeba, and this membrane is known as is also cell membrane, and these are the finger-like structures known as pseudopodia. They help in locomotion. Here is a large nuclear body, a large prominent nucleus present inside the amoeba. Here you can see a circular contractile vacuole similar, which helps in osmoregulation, means balancing fluids and ions inside the amoeba body. So here you can see, so cytoplasm actually divided on the basis of density. So just near to the cell membrane or pseudopodial extension, it is quite dense. So this is known as outer dense cytoplasm, and also known as gel, G-E-L, gel. And towards the inner side, the density is very lower than that of this outer dense cytoplasm. So inner cytoplasm has very low density, known as SOL, S-O-L, and all the organelles are present over here, present inside the inner cytoplasm. Okay. So when it comes to the reproduction, only by asexual. There is no sexual reproduction in case of amoeba. So only asexual. It can either be binary or multiple fission. And during the adverse condition, when conditions are not favorable, during adverse condition, and the formation of a cyst, known as encystment. Encystment means during adverse conditions, what happens? Organism or amoeba loses its pseudopodia and becomes circular in shape, covered by a rigid cyst around the body of amoeba. Here you can see a formation of cyst. This cyst actually protects amoeba during the adverse conditions. As adverse conditions go away, this cyst uh, gets breakdown, and then this organism gets released and do form again like a parent structure. Here you can see like amoeba. So it's all about Ciliata and Sarcodina. There is one more example, is Entamoeba. We will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you.